Today we are going to do the topic laws of chemical combination. Laws of chemical combination from chapter Some Basic Concepts of Chemistry. This is the first chapter of +1. ठीक है. So now you can see what are different laws of the combination. We start with it. So there are different laws of chemical combinations. So first of all you have to understand what is a chemical combination. So chemical combination is the combining of different elements so as to form compound. Okay students, so let's see how many laws are there. There are many laws, but we are going to discuss only 4 laws here, which are important from exam point of view. So there are first law of conservation of mass, law of definite or constant proportion, law of lussac, and there is a Avogadros law. There are 4 laws we will discuss here. So let's start with first law. So law of conservation of mass. So law of conservation of mass, what it says, law of conservation states that during any physical and chemical, so this is a law called chemical combination law, which is a law of mass conservation. Law of mass conservation. So during any physical and chemical change, total mass of reactant is equal to the total mass of the product. Total mass of the reactant is equal to the total mass of the product. Total mass of reactant, either there is one reactant or more than one reactant, total reactant's mass will be equal to the total product's mass. Total product, there will be a one product or more product. Okay, there will be a one product or more product, but the mass of the total mass of the reactant, there will be equal to the total mass of the products. So this means that I giving you example. One example, think that you have two reactant A and B. There is A and B. A is 5 gram and B is 5 gram. What should be product? Product should be 10 gram. So this law say that if we make the total of A and B, they should be a product mass 10 gram according to this law. Okay students, now this was about the law of conservation of mass. Mass does not change. Reactants are changing into the product, but mass is not changing. Only reactants are changing into the product. So mass of the one reactant, mass of the second reactant are added so as to give the mass of the product. The total mass of the product will be 10 gram. Okay students, so let's see Another law is the law of constant proportion or definite proportion. There is another law of constant proportion or definite proportion. Okay, so there is a one law. So let's see about this law, what this law says. According to law of definite proportion, think that you have two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, giving the H2O. So I did not balance here, because I just want to show you that there is a hydrogen, one element, there is another element giving the one compound. So the formation of the H2O, we need hydrogen and oxygen. So we need hydrogen and oxygen in proportion. So first of all, we must know the mass of the oxygen and mass of the hydrogen. So mass of hydrogen is 1 gram. Okay, but we have here two hydrogens. So what will be the mass? One hydrogen and one hydrogen. There are two hydrogens. Okay, so what is the total mass of the hydrogen in the water? So there is a 2 gram of 2 hydrogen mass. Okay, so what about the oxygen? Oxygen only one here. So oxygen is 1, that means that mass of the oxygen is 16 gram. So what should be a ratio between 2 and 60? We have to convert it into the simple ratio. So let's convert the simple ratio. We have two hydrogens and weight of the two hydrogen is 2. We have one oxygen in the water, so weight of the oxygen is 16. So let's convert it into the simple ratio. How you can convert? We have to cut them in one table. So this is 1 by 8. We cannot cut down it more easier. We cannot make it more simple. So for the water formation, if water is formed in the different way, in any chemical reaction, the always water will have 1:8 by mass. In the water, so this is the ratio, this is the fixed ratio. So this is also called fixed ratio for any compound. Okay, you can take the example of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is formed by the different ways. It can form by the different ways. Okay, how you can decide that? So you can decide that there is so let's see. Okay, we can take another example of carbon dioxide. You can see here one carbon and two oxygens. So weight of one carbon is 12 and weight of two oxygen. So here are two oxygen. What will be the weight of two oxygen? So 2 multiplied by 16, it should be a 32. So you can write here 32. So here is 12 ratio 32. You can make it as simple as you can. So cut them in one table. So it will be 6, then it will be 16. Okay, you can further cut it down. 3, and this should be 8. So this one is the simple ratio for the carbon dioxide. This should be the simple ratio for the carbon dioxide. So this means that for the formation of carbon dioxide, 3 part carbon and 8 part oxygen is required. So this one is also fixed for the carbon dioxide. For water, what was for the water? For the water, it was the ratio. For water, the ratio was 1:8. For carbon dioxide, the ratio is 3:8. So these ratios are fixed for each compound. These ratios are fixed for each compound. Okay, students. So this was about the law of a fixed or definite proportion. So each element give its definite proportion to form the compound. Okay, students. So there are, you can take the examples of other compounds, how they form and what is their fixed ratio in them. So let's see next. Next is our Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes. Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes. It states that under similar condition of temperature and pressure, if we are giving the same condition to different compounds, whenever gases react together, volume of the reacting gases as well the product bear a simple ratio. This means that if we take the 1 liter of the hydrogen and 1 liter of the chlorine, there will be the 2 liter of HCl will form. 2 liter HCl will be formed. For example, if you have taken the hydrogen 1 liter and we are taking the chlorine 1 liter, there will be HCl formation. After balancing, you can see you have to balance it first. Okay, you need to balance it first. So there should be a 2 liter. So what is the ratio? 1:1:2. 1:1:2. So this is for the Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law says that if two elements are combining, they combine in so that give the whole number ratio. So these are whole numbers, not any fractional value, not a decimal value. Okay, students. So let's see another one. So next is the Avogadros law. According to the Avogadros law, under similar condition of temperature and pressure, equal volumes gases contain equal number of molecules. So if V is the volume and N is the number of molecules, and V is the volume of the gas. So we have 1 liter of hydrogen, we have 1 liter of oxygen, we have 1 liter of chlorine. So all 1 liters should have equal number of molecules. All gases of 1 liter should have equal number of molecules. So think that if you have 1 liter of hydrogen, 1 liter of oxygen and 1 liter of chlorine, So these are 3 different gases, but all gases having volume 1 liter. They must have equal number of molecules. If you think it has 100 molecules or 1000 molecules, and value of n should be 1 liter. If value of n is here 1 liter, and here is the volume value is 1 liter. So if here is a 1000, so v is equal to, for v is equal to 1 for 1 liter for oxygen, it should be n value 1000. Okay, if it is a v is equal to 1, then this also should be n is equal to 1000 molecules. Okay, so under STP, STP is standard temperature or pressure. It is also written as NTP. NTP is the normal temperature and pressure. So we have to consider the temperature and pressure also. So when we are getting these values, value of V and value of N, there should be a normal temperature and pressure. There should be a normal temperature and pressure, means that when you are taking the volume, then you have to consider what is the temperature outside. So if there is you are taking the values at the 25 degrees, at the 25 degree Celsius, then this should also take at a 25 degree Celsius. This also should take at 25 degree Celsius. So this means that you have to take the similar condition of temperature and pressure. Okay students, so this was about the Avogadro's law also. So if you will have any confusion in any topic, you can ask me at any time. You are free to call me, you are free to send me a WhatsApp message. Okay students, so you can ask your problems, you can discuss with me in the class, live class also. So keep watching channel.